Hello everyone, doing a video here today on this glorious piece of synthesizer history. This is the Oberheim OB-X and it was built in 1980. It's from 1980. It's a vintage synthesizer and it's a very special synth, used a lot in the 1980s by tons of artists like Van Halen, Rush, Styx, Journey, list goes on. And this particular unit has been completely restored, recalibrated, rebuilt. I did a lot of the work myself. Let me show you just a couple of things here. So like the voice cards have all had their trimmers redone, new capacitors in the power supply. The entire power supply has been rebuilt, new battery. This particular unit has MIDI installed, an Encore MIDI kit. So you have MIDI in and out, which is great. The trimmers on the main board have all been replaced. Cabling has all been cleaned and checked, and the thing's working like brand new. You know, for a vintage synthesizer, it's in amazing condition, this particular model. And also have a 4-voice that's not working. And the wonderful thing is this particular unit is now for sale. So if you're interested, I'm going to put some contact information in the video, and feel free to reach out. I will even consider delivering this synth within the Southeast region. So I'm gonna do some sounds. I'm not a video editor here, so we're doing this old school. And so Rush was a big influence on me with this particular synthesizer. I always really liked the Subdivisions sound from the Signals era Rush. Getty used this model synth for the Moving Pictures album, for Signals. You can actually see it in the Exit Stage Left video, right? So I'm going to start with a Subdivision sound, which is a synth brass patch, and I'll let you hear it, and then we're going to do some morphing, and I'll end up with the Tom Sawyer sound. Again, there's no effects on this. It's coming out of just kind of a little tiny practice amplifier, so you're not going to hear the best audio quality, but I just want you to hear that everything's working. It's in tune, which is super important with these old vintage synthesizers. And if I hit the detune, you're going to hear how fat this thing gets. Listen to this. It's almost like a flanging sound, but there's no effects on this. This is completely dry. So another sound that used that patch was like a Stevie Nicks Stand Back, so it had a little synthesizer going in the background. Alright, so that's your synth brass sound, which this one really does a great job on the synth brass, right? This is the ultimate synth brass synthesizer, right? But it does a bunch of other stuff too, and everything it does is musical. That's the best thing about this synthesizer. So I'm going to try to show you. I'm going to pan down so you can see the controls a little bit better, and we're going to change that sound into the famous Tom Sawyer sound, right? All right, let me see if I can do this without my phone falling down. Okay, so start with an E. We got 2 sawtooth oscillators on. Oscillator 1's on. You can use a half or full. I've already set up my filter the way I want it to be. A little bit of attack, delay at 12 o'clock, sustain down at like 8 o'clock, release at 1 o'clock. And now we gotta adjust our filter section here. Bring down our cutoff, bring down our modulation, and turn up our resonance. adjust your filter where you get that sweep going in at around that same time. If your decay's too short, it's going to drop too soon. If it's too long, it's going to be too sustained. So I like it around noon, a little bit past noon, almost closer to 1. Alrighty. And here's the key to the Tom Sawyer sound, right? Is this unison mode. Woo! Blow some speakers. To make it a little bit more beefier, you have your detune knob over here, which is like the secret sauce for the OB-X, right? And we're going to put some extra heavy detune on here. And let's go down an octave lower. Oh, we know that sound, right? A modern day warrior, mean stride. There you go. Alright, hope you enjoyed that video, and if you're interested in hearing more, put me some comments down below, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And again, this particular unit is for sale, so I may put it on Reverb, but if I can get a private seller interested, that'd be great too, so we don't have to pay commissions. Anyhow, hope you all have a great day, and